Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and tonight I'm coming to you with one of my own puzzles. This will initially go into the Bremster Unpublished Puzzle Videos playlist, and then at some point later it may get released to my main channel. But because I don't know when that may happen or when you may find this, I'm not going to talk about anything else other than I hope you find some of the other playlists I've got running, and then I'll get into the puzzle. This was a puzzle that would have been done, or that was done as one of my Patreon previews for my paid Patreon members, but as with every puzzle that I do that way, and with all paid content, it will get released for free, and this is me releasing it for free. So there will never be purely exclusive content, or at least I have no plans to ever do pure paid exclusive content that will stay exclusive. That is not the way I think I'm going to operate. Even if I do paid exclusive content in the future, I think I'd put like a 6-month limit on it before it goes public. I don't know. But anyway, so this puzzle is one that was a Patreon preview, and I'm now releasing it in this video, and at some point I'll probably release it on Logic Masters Germany and to the CTC Discord archive and, you know, all the normal places. But how does this puzzle work? So this puzzle actually was inspired by the 2 packs that I've done on my channel, March of the Quads and Polarizing Sudoku. If you search on my channel for March of the Quads or Polarizing Sudoku, you will find links to those packs. So when I was doing those packs, I learned a lot about the constraints, and I wanted to create a puzzle that used the 2 things. So I'll go through it when I explain the rules, which I'll do now. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have the quadruples clues, which is what we explored in March of the Quads. And in the quadruples clues, what they mean is that digits in the clues must appear at least once in the cells that are touching that clue. So on this 7 clue, for example, there must be at least 1 7 touching this clue. On this 6 8, 6 and 8 must appear in those 4 cells. You could put 2 7s. So because that is legal by Sudoku, that would be perfectly legal for this puzzle. And yeah, was the main thing of March of the Quads. These parity dots, which are diamonds, are something that we discovered when we were doing Polarizing Sudoku, and since then I've been enjoying exploring this constraint. So the way these work is just quite simple. Any cells separated by a black diamond must have the same odd-even parity, and any cell separated by a white diamond must have a different odd-even parity. So with that, this puzzle is solvable. It has been about a month since I solved it, so wish me luck. I do remember the break-in tricks and everything, so I'm going to jump straight into those. So, the break-in tricks. I said I'd jump into it, so I'm going to. So, if we look at this quad, we know that 1, 3, and 5, which are 3 odd digits, need to appear in those 4 cells. But this domino must contain an odd and an even digit. So because we need to put 3 odd digits in here, and one of these must be even, those must be odd, and because that must be the same, that must be odd. And we can continue that. 3 of those must be even, 1 of those must be odd, those must be even, and that must be even because that must be the same as that. Down here, we must have 3 odds, 1 of those must be even, so those are odd. 3 of those must be even, 1 of those must be odd, so those are even. Now, the next trick, which is probably, I think, the most important part of the break-in and one of my favorite tricks in this puzzle, is actually now in box 4 and box 6. If we look at this quadruple clue, we must put 4 and 8 into those cells. We can't put it into an odd cell, so we have to put 4 and 8 into those 3 cells. However, we need to put 1 and 3 into those cells, but we can't put it there, so 1 and 3 has to go into those 3 cells. That is 4 cells, and we've got 4 digits to place into it. So this is a split quadruple, if you want. This is a quadruple clue that once you know the parity of those is actually forcing that to be a 1, 3, 4, 8 quad. And you cannot put the 4, 8 down here because the 4, 8 must go up here. And you cannot put the 1, 3 here because the 1, 3 must be down here. So this becomes even, this becomes odd, this becomes odd, and this becomes even because of the dots. Now, Over here, we can do the same thing. 7 and 9 must go in here. 2 and 6 must go in here. We've got 4 digits to go into 4 cells. This can't be the 7, 9. This can't be the 2, 6. So that becomes odd. This becomes even. This becomes odd. This becomes even. And there's a couple of things we can do here. So the first thing I'll probably look at is up here. We need to put 2, 4, and 6 into this section. So the only even digit we have to put into that cell is 8, but we know we need to put 3 even digits in here. One of these is even, we've got 3 even digits, those must all be odd. This must be odd, and now we've got 4 odd digits, but these two must be the same. If they were the same, we would have 6 odds and that wouldn't work, so they must be even. Down here, 4, 6, and 8 must go into there, so that has to be 2. 4, 6, and 8 go into there, so we've got all 4 evens. These must be odd. Odd must continue because of the black diamond. We've got 4 odds. These have to be the same. We can't do 6 odd, so they must be even. Now we can do the same trick again. Up here, 3, 5 must go into those cells. 4, 6 must go into those cells. That's 4 digits into 4 cells. This is 3, 4, 5, and 6. This can't be the 3, 5. This can't be the 4, 6. So this cell here becomes odd, and this cell becomes even. Down here, 6, 8 must go into here. 7, 9 must go into here. So this becomes a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad. This can't be the 7, 9. This can't be the 6, 8. So this becomes even, and this becomes odd. Now, in this row, in row 5, if we think about it, over here, these are 2 odds and 2 evens because we've got to put 2 odds in here, 2 evens in here, and we've already placed one of the odds and one of the evens. This is an odd and an even. The same is true over here. So we've got an odd and an odd and an even, and this domino means that we've got an odd and an even. So we've only got one more even to place in those 3 cells, but those 2 are the same. So that has to be the even, and those are 2 odds. That now has to be even, that now has to be odd. But we've got the same trick happening up here. One of the things you will find that I will often do in my puzzles when I am trying to reinforce a trick, and that's what I was trying to do here, is reinforce this break-in, is I will use the same trick over and over. It's just something that I tend to do. So these must be different because we've got 2 odds and 2 evens to put in there. These must be different. So those contain 2 evens. There's 2 evens here. Both of these must be odd. Now, an important thing to note at this point is these must now contain 4 because 4 has to go in here. So this is a 6. There is no 6 in here. 4 must go in here, and this is 3, 4, 5. These can't... One interesting way of thinking about this now is when you have a quad like this, the digits that are off the quad that are of that parity can't be on that quad. That's fairly obvious, but it is an important thing to realize. So these can't be 1, 3, 5. That has to be 7, 9. These can't be 3, 5. These are 1, 7, and 9. And that is something to keep in mind when you're solving. This can't be 7 or 9. It's 1, 3, 5. This can't be 7 or 9. It's 1, 3, 5. Now, if we look here, 5 must go in here, and 5 can't go down here because it's not in the 1, 3, 4, 8. So 5s here actually line up. So you cannot put 5 down here and 5 goes into here. In here, you cannot put 5 in here. You cannot put 5 in here because 5 is in the quad, so 5 has to go in one of those 2. 5 now lines up between here and here, so you can't put 5 into any of those cells, so the 5 actually has to go in one of those 2. Don't know how useful that is. This is the point of the puzzle where I'm past the break-in now, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. And, you know, that's okay. Well, it is to me. 6 goes down here. Now, this can't be 6 or 8, so it's 2 or 4. This can't be 2 or 6, so it's 4 or 8. I now have a 4-8 pair, so this is 2 or 6. 8 can't go down there. This can't be 7 or 9, so it's 1, 3, 5. So one thing also to be not is these will, once you've got these quads, these, oh, where does 8 go in this box? That's important because 8 can't go in here and it's not part of 3, 4, 5, 6 and it's not odd. So this becomes an 8. This now becomes 2, 4 or 6 because it sees 8. But now that you've got this, well, this triple, but the truth is once you've got this quadruple, this becomes another quintuple, or once you've got the 8, a quadruple. So this is 1, 2, 7, 9, and now you've got a 1, 2, 7, 9 quad. There are quads hidden all over this puzzle, and one of the challenges I'm going to have in trying to solve it is finding them all. 2 must be in here, so that means 2 must be up here. But this is now going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because 7, 8, 9 are done. So these are 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that is not actually helping me. Well, I can't put 5 over here. So 5, yeah, I already had 5 over here. These are 3, 4, and 6. This is 1 and 3 because 5, 7, and 9 go in here. This was 7 and 9. And I've got similar. So, interesting. 2 can't be in here or in here. So 2 is in one of those two. These are 4, 6, 8. This can't be 1 and 3, so it's 5, 7, 9. I think there's more I can do with parity. I just got distracted by digits. Distracted by digits. I'm actually sure there's more I can do with parity. 4 in this column. It can't go up here. It can't go here because of the 4, 8 pair, and it can't go in those. So 4 is in one of those two and in one of those two. So these are actually pairs of 4s. So this can't be a 4. 4 has to go down here, and that puts 4 down here somewhere. 4 has to be in one of those because of that and that. Actually, 4 had to go there. This is a 2. This is not a 2. This is a 1, 7, 9, and this is now odd. This has to be a 2, and that is even. That is odd. That is a 179 triple. Actually, it's a 179 triple there as well. So 1 must be in here. This is not 1. I've probably forgotten some parity tricks. Oh, that 8 is looking down. This is a 6. There is no 6 in here. There must be an 8 in there now because this is a 7, 8, 9 triple. And these are 1, 3, 4, and 5. That's a 1, 3, 4, 5 quad. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which is remarkably unhelpful. I have forgotten the trick. I have definitely forgotten the tricks in this puzzle. Okay. 2 is up in one of those two. 8 is in one of those two. So this has to be 2 or 6. Yeah, because 6 and 6. This is 2 or 6. So this is a 2, 6 pair. And now 2, 4, 6, and 8. These are odd now because 2, 4, 6, and 8 are approximately placed in this box. So these are odd. So there's a 2, 6 there or a 2, 6 there. But I can't put 2, 6 there because 2, 6 has to be locked into there. So that is odd because it can't be 4, 8 or 2, 6. This is odd. That's all of the odds. This becomes even and that is a 2, 6. So this is 2... Well, this can't be 4, 8. So this has to be 2, 6. That's given me a 2, 6 pair. I've had that sitting there for ages. I told you I forgot the tricks. So this can't be 1, 3. So this is 5, 7, or 9. Oh, these are 3 evens, and there must be an even in there. So that is odd, and that must be 5, 7, or 9. Because it can't be 1 or 3. These are all odd, but these don't have any restriction like these ones do. 2 is in one of those two. Okay. This would just be Sudoku I'm missing, I'm sure. So these are 1, 7, and 9. So this can only be 3 or 5. Oh, there can't be a 1 there because of the 1, 7, 9. Oh, there's a 7, 9 pair. That's the 1. That is not the 1. So this 7, 9 pair means that there's a 7, 8, 9 up here. So this is 1, 3, 4, 5, and it can't be a 4 because it's odd. So this is a 1, 3, 5. Oh, there's a 1, 3, 5 along here. So this can't be 5. And that's another, means that this is another quad. Because it can't be 1, 2, 3. So this is 4, 6, 7, no. 4, 7, 8, 9 go in here. Well, that can't be 8. That can't be 7 or 9. So this is 4 or 8, which makes it even. And this can't be 7 or 9 because the 7, 9 is up here. This is also 4, 8, which makes it even, which means I've got all the evens. This becomes odd and is not 4. And all of a sudden, that means in the column, this is 4, this is not 4, and this is 4. And this becomes odd and this becomes even. And that makes this 8, which makes this 4, which makes this 8. Okay. There's no 8 in here anymore, so there must be a 4 in here. Oh, this is the only place for 8 in that box, which makes this odd. Which must be, these must all be 1, 3, 5 because of just, they can't be 7s or 9s. 3, 5, 7, 9, that's all lining up. This can't be 6 anymore. 4 is in one of those two. Oh, that can't be 3. I don't know why I put 3 there. This was even. This is 2 or 4 because it sees 6 and 8, and it can't be, oh, it sees 4, 6, and 8. This is 2. This is not 2. This is 6 because it sees 4. This is not 6. This is 3 or 4. I need to put a 4 in one of those two, which means that is not 4. So this is 6 or 8, and it's not 8. This is 6. So 4 is in one of those, and it must be there because of that 4 now. So that becomes even. I still need to put... Well, this can't be 2 or 6 because it sees 2, 6 now. So that becomes odd. This becomes even. This is really all about chasing the parities. This now becomes odd. And And where does 8 go in this column? It must go there. So that becomes the 8. There is no 8 there. This becomes the 8. So that is the even. This is the odd. Now I've still got to put a 2 in one of those, and I can't put it there because of that 2. So this is the even, this is the odd. There's no 6, 8 in there. I could have done it by just removing the 6, 8, but I didn't. This 8 means this is the 4, which means this is not the 4, and this is now odd, and this is now even because I had all the odds in the row. So if that is even, it's not 7, 9. This is a 6, 8 pair. 6, 8 pair. This can't be the 4 anymore, so that's the 4, and that becomes the even, and this becomes the odd. 6 in this column, it can't go there, so that has to be the 6, which makes it even, which means this is not 6. This is now odd because I've run out of evens in the row. 2, 6, 4 is in one of those. I need to put 4 in one of those. Oh, this needs to be even for the column because I already had 5 odds. So this is 2 or 8 because it sees, actually it's 2 because it sees 4, 6 and 8. So this is 2, this is 4. I need to put an 8 in one of those two, and it has to go there because this now sees 2, 4 and 6. Sorry, this one sees the 8. So that was the 8. I am not thinking clearly. This is not the 4 or 6. This is not the 4 or 6. That was the other way of doing it. So we've got a 3, 5 pair there, which makes this the 4, which means that is the last even. No, not quite. This is not the 4. This is the 4, and that is the last even, and this is odd. Now, often with an odd-even puzzle, when you've got a lot of evens, you can resolve it as a completely independent puzzle. This is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 2, this is the 6, this is the 6, this is the 2, this is the 6, this is the 2, and I've done the even part of the puzzle. Now I need to do the odd part of the puzzle. But resolving the parity on this, 20 minutes is one of the big tricks of the puzzle. So I've got 3, 5 in here, so this has to be the 1. This becomes a 7, 9. I need to, down here, probably 5, 7, 9. Well, there's no 6, 8 in here. 7, 9, so this becomes the 5, which means that's not the 5, and that is the 5. I know there are other ways of breaking into this puzzle, but I'm just doing the way that I kind of intended. 5, 7, 9 up here. 3, 5, 7, 9. But at this point, I'm just solving. This is 1 and 3. This is 1, 3, 5. This is 1, 3, 5. That 1 is looking down, making that 3 and that 1, which takes 1 out of both of those. That 3 takes 3 out of there. 1, 3, that makes this 5 and 3. So this is not 5. There's a 7, 9 pair, so this is 5. So this is 1. This is not 1. 3, 5. This is 7, 9. So this has to be the 1 being the only odd left in the box. This is not 1. It's not 5 either. That is 3. These are 1, 7 and 9. That is not the 1. So this is the 1, which means this is the 3 and this is a 7, 9. The 3 makes that 1 and that 3. These are not 3, so this is 5 and this is 1. Makes that 3 and that 5. The 5 looks up making that 3 and that 5. There is never a 4 that, well, there hasn't been a 4 there since I put the 4 in there. There's no 5 there, which makes that the 5. This is a 3. It's all the only odd left in the row. These are 1, 7 and 9, and this 1 looks up meaning that is not the 1, not 8. 9, and that is the 1. This is a 3, this is a 5, and I'm pretty certain I have now resolved everything except the 7s and 9s, which are in a huge deadly pattern, except for the fact that there is a 7 quad right there. So that becomes the 7, that becomes the 9, that becomes the 7, that becomes the 9, that becomes the 7, that becomes the 9, that becomes the 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, and 7. And that is how you complete circle in a spiral. There are some really tricky things to spot in there if you don't know what you're looking for. The unorthodox or the odd shaped quads that I created with these 1348, 2679, 3546, 6879 clues is the main thing that I wanted to do with this puzzle, as well as all of the parity tricks around the border, and particularly in row 5 and column 5. I thought that was a lot of fun as well. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you enjoy exploring the parody stuff that we've been doing. Uh, I've done a few parody puzzles recently because we did polarizing Sudoku pretty quickly, and it was a lot of fun, and we discovered a lot of stuff. But having solved them after creating the pack and exploring through it a bit more, I found a lot of stuff that I wanted to explore, and particularly this concept of just these parity dots, which we only came discovered right near the end of the pack. Um, very much enjoying what I've been doing with these. So I hope you're enjoying them too. I hope to see more setters playing with them. And if someone does, please send it through. But yeah, I'm having fun. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the puzzles, and as always, good luck with your solving.